Yeah, you're live.
All right, ready. 5 4. Today is Sunday, December 10, 2023, and welcome back to our final Lifting Live show for 2023. Me, as usual, Lance, our Jelly, our Prince, and I'm honored to have the other Lifting Live crew also joining the conversation. So, welcome back, Phil will be joining us later, Andre, Tompa, Jackie, and Chris, and they will introduce themselves shortly. Today we'll be going over our contributions we have made to our beloved Pembroke in 2023, and Andre, Tompa, and Jackie will go over those details very soon. We'll also be discussing our goals and ambitions for 2024, and we welcome you out there in the community to chime in and join the discussion. So click the link in the chat box if you are listening in YouTube, and raise your hand if you are already listening to the conversation on Teams, and we'll get you in on the conversation shortly. Before I ask the Lifting Live crew to introduce themselves. That's the wrong thing there, so now, sorry. Before I ask the Lifting Live crew to introduce themselves, I want to mention a few Pembroke trailblazers who transitioned over the last few weeks. Firstly, most of us here listening know of the passing of Albert Reynolds, our Prince, our Shelley, who was a giant in our community from the beginning in the early 60s. R.I.P. my namesake, our prayers to your family and friends. Another Pembroke trailblazer was Lloyd Harris, or better known to Pembroke people as Piggy, and he was the postman, and Piggy was well known in the asphalt community, and he has been mentioned a couple of times during our Pembroke members' conversation. So Piggy, rest in peace, and our prayers also go to Piggy family and friends. Finally, a personal friend of mine at Pembroke and Calbeck Avenue, Paul Spicer, who transitioned this week. And I want to thank my good friend from Calbeck Avenue, Dr. Abel Palm, who called me and alerted me to that information. Paul had promised to come onto the podcast, and I was looking forward to it because he was about 12, 15 years older than me and was a very close friend to my father, and I was looking forward to some of those conversations he used to have with my old man in those early Pembroke days. Rest in peace, Paul, and our prayers also go to you and your family. So I'm going to ask the Lifting Live crew to introduce themselves, and then Tompa, Andre, and Jackie will talk about our contribution in more details, and we'll open the floor to our listeners. And because it's Christmas, you can talk about your best Christmas memory at Pembroke. And I'm going to start with you first, Andre, because Phil not here. So go ahead, Andre, introduce yourself, and then Tompa, and then Jackie, and then Chris.
Good evening, Pembroke. I'm Andre Taylor Danville, and as a proud member of the P Hall organization, I am a son of Pembroke, where my family moved to the community in 1961 when I was an infant. And my brothers and I grew up there throughout our high school years when we migrated to the United States. But we have stayed connected to the community, and along with my fellow teammates here at P Hall, we have established an organization that we feel will be has already and will continue to do great things on behalf of the community. This final live broadcast for 2023. I'll pass the baton on to my brother Tompa, Rudy.
Tompa,
I think you're muted there, Rudy.
yeah, Tompa, your mic on mute. Unmute yourself and go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, good evening, everyone. So, I'm Rudy Tony Tompa Kamika from 58 Aqualita Vale Avenue. Pembroke, like my other two brothers said, is dear to me, near and dear. And, my heart is with Pembroke. That's where I met most of my current friends also. They've been childhood friends, and, it's been a long time, and I go back to Pembroke each time I go to Jamaica. I visit the community, pass through, see how it's doing, and recognize the needs that that needs to get there, you know. And through this group, we formed an organization called Pembroke Hall Alumni Lifting Lives Association. You know, we moved quickly to do this, and in March 2023 is the first time we got together as a group, and by July we started fundraising. So in April we drafted bylaws. In May we registered in the state of Florida as a non-for-profit organization. And also in May, we got IRS approval. So we are tax exempt. We're not for profit and tax exempt. That means any contributions anyone make to the organization is tax deductible for those who live in the United States. And in July, also, we opened our US bank account and started fundraising. I'll pass it over to Chris so he can introduce himself.
Good afternoon, Pembroke Hall family. I'm Chris Baptiste. I'm originally from Pembroke Hall, where I spent most of my youth until I left for the States. Pembroke Hall is very dear to me because that's where I met all my friends. I've met any new friends outside of Pembroke Hall friends, right? I've met acquaintances. The guys and gals that I've met in Pembroke Hall are my family. And so it's an honor for me to be part of this organization with my fellow compadres, that we want to really, we have a passion for Pembroke Hall because Pembroke Hall is a community that shaped who we are, the people that we are today. And so we are committed through our organization to really do some good work, all right? And I'm honored to be a part of this team. I'll hand you over to Jackie.
Jackie, unmute. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jackie Watkins Johnson, a current resident of Pembroke Hall, Annandale Avenue to be specific. Welcoming one and all to the final live show for the year, and looking forward to good things happening for 2024. Thank you.
Yeah, before I go back to you, Andre and Tompa and Jackie, I want to welcome Danny Green. I see him in the audience. I saw unmuted Danny, make Tompa and Andre and Jackie go over the contribution we have made to Pembroke Hall this year. And I might have a few things to say otherwise, but so I'm going to turn it over back to you, Andre. You go ahead first.
Yes, so greetings again, Pembroke Hall family, and I send greetings to all of you and your families. And may Advent season bring love, joy, and peace into all our households as we remember to stay mindful of the reason for the season. I just wanted to this initial statement were Albert Prince. And in the community boys, I'm sure some of the girls were introduced.
You're breaking up a bit, Andre. I don't know if you...
This family and man were friends for many years. But are you hearing me now?
Yeah, look a better, yeah.
Okay. Just bear with me just one moment.
That sounds better.
Yeah, your picture frozen though for some reason.
Yes, it will be back shortly, I think.
Yeah.
Is it?
You're clearer now.
Yeah, man, you're much clearer now.
All right. So, yes, as I was talking about Albert Prince Reynolds, his family and mine, friends for years, and my mom, brothers, and I visited the Reynolds home on Lasquinet Avenue frequently. And after praying, Miss Mona made there was a treasure trove of pure joy that existed in our backyard. My brother visit daily without her mother. And Prince was so kind, warm, and welcoming that even when we had no money, we would each leave with a plastic bag being held high as we gazed joyously at our additions to our burgeoning fish collection. So, what good soldier, respect Prince. Now, as the year moved towards a close, we, the team at P Hall, Pembroke Hall Alumni Lifting Lives, feel privileged to be here today presenting our final live show for 2023. As we reflect on this journey, one born out of love for our beloved community, our called faithful who have supported the cause. At the beginning, the team had members equally motivated to embark on this mission and to establish goals of the year. We want it to be attainable and impactful. Now, I would be remiss if I failed to salute fellow members of the PR team in recognition of their steadfast and committed efforts in establishing and supporting this cause. Cameron is our technical guru and consultant, without whose considerable knowledge and experience, patience, and altruistic nature, this effort would be very difficult to execute. Cam is family to Pembroke's clan that includes Lawrence, Paul, Kenneth, Roxanne, and Peter. Now, Glaister Lance Prince, whose brainchild Pembroke Memories podcast was the catalyst for Pembroke Alumni Lifting Lives, has continued working tirelessly to develop the technical side of this engine. This despite Lance's own admission of being technically challenged. We have Philip Henny, who along with Lance made the initial investment of time and intellectual capital that would grow into what we have here today. Phil, with his keen insights and willingness to present the counter viewpoints, keep us all on our toes. Jackie Watkins Johnson, often referred to, even by herself, as the rose among the thorns, is the lone sister teammate and our invaluable ground zero member. Jackie can be counted on for strong and poignant contributions through compelling insight, research, and physical presence representing the organization scheduled events in the Pembroke community. We have Chris Baptiste, who, like those of us not named Lance or Phil, started out as a podcast guest and was from the very beginning committed to the establishment of a group that would be a force in advocating for the youth and residents in the community that shaped us all. Despite a challenging schedule, this remains resolute in his efforts to ensure the success of people. His ideas and invested energy are important components that drive PR in accomplishing our state goals. My brother Rudy Tompa Kamika and I walked the halls of St. Aloysius School dating back to the 90s while growing up in apart and my familiarity with his older brother Luke. Tompa and I not officially meet until, and I excuse the year. Tompa invested his vast experience in executing the residue of the Pembroke Alumni Lifting Lives as not a not-for-profit organization, establishing bank accounts and remain driving behind the initiative undertaken by PR. Sharon Kamika, Tompa's wife, has been a mover and shaker on behalf of John's birth. Along with Rudy, she has contributed heavily to the attainment of our stated goal, successful outcomes. Without these members, the organization would have remained just an idea. I will also ask all of you to take a vow as the love for the community which drives this cause is what enables us to accomplish these goals. We look forward to 2024 with fond anticipation. Today we've been 2023, but some of the ideas the new year. We hope you will continue to work with us for the betterment of the community that we all love so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Andre.
Rudy, I want to turn it back over to you so that we can discuss some of the 2023 goals and accomplishments.
But before you go, Rudy, I just want to remind the
So,
people.
Andre, thank you so much for those words. You know, and I knew when I voted you president, it was for the right reason. You know, and I thank you for those words, and you know, I appreciate all you're doing for us. And let's jump into some of our accomplishments for 2023. So when we started out, we, as Andre mentioned, we set goals that we felt we could achieve. And we actually, we achieved those goals, right? You know, we decided we wanted to have some scholarships at the primary school, the high school, and the basic school. Initially, we talked about the Methodist basic school. We've since learned that there's some other ones that we need to address also. We'll address those for 2024. So we've awarded scholarships, 5 scholarships in total, for about 250,000 Jamaican dollars, right? Overall, we contributed this year over 600,000 Jamaican dollars. And if you think about when we started in April, May, or when we start fundraising, which was July 2023, it's a great accomplishment that we did to give out $600,000 to a variety of purposes, including scholarships amounting to 250,000 Jamaican. At the basic school, the Methodist basic school, we gave supplies there also, including a laptop computer and pencils, books, crayons, you know, charts, and a variety of rulers, etc. At the primary school, we learned of a need to repair or replace the PA system, and you know, with Jackie's help, we jumped on that quickly and contributed 30,000 Jamaican dollars for the repair of that PA system. We also in October held a soccer tournament, which we planned on doing, you know, 4 teams. This is our inaugural year, and you know, we achieved most of our goals. You know, we fell short a bit, but we learned from it, and we'll move forward and make it better next year. I want to say a big thank you to Roots and Mr. Nathan and Melanie, who was very, you know, helpful during that weekend when we put the soccer tournament together and hosted the tournament. The soccer field lights. Oh, wow. This was a big one and a major achievement for us. We've been able to acquired 6 soccer solar lights for the Pembroke Hall High School soccer field. And we learned today that those lights have been installed, and on Monday, they will be turned on for the first time. So hopefully, Jackie, you could make that, you know, hopefully they'll have a formal or semi-formal, you know, turning on off the lights. You know, the team feel that's a major accomplishment. It took us a long time to source those lights. And, you know, I want to thank my wife, Sharon, for running around into some neighborhoods and picking up those lights and delivering those lights for us. So Monday, they will go up. So overall, we feel as a team that we were successful in accomplishing our task and over $600,000. But we couldn't have done it without you out there. And I want to just touch on some names of people who contributed to this, to our donations and stuff that we did. And I'll start with non-Pembroke Hall alumni. You know, there are people who see and understand what we're doing and see that it's a noble effort, and they were willing to contribute to this cause. So Joseph Bacchus, Matrina Brethren, thank you. Everton Moose Kamika, my cousin from Mandeville, thank you. And Dalton Wright, who is from Belize and Jamaica, we want to thank you. Then on the Pembroke Hall alumni, we have Robert Adair, Angela Baptiste, Richard Bennett, Martin Brown, Glendon Birdie Curry, Karim Kamika, my nephew, Kirk Raw, Dennis Green, who's online now, Taylor, and Leslie Preggs Thompson. If I miss anyone, please chime in, gentlemen and ladies. But we want to say a big thank you to all who have contributed, you know, financially and of their time. And we couldn't have accomplished our task without your contribution.
Yeah, thank you, Tompa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's turn it over back to Andre. Can you talk about the screening and enhanced educational achievement that we're talking about now in the infancy stage?
Okay, so this screening and enhancement of educational achievement is something near and dear to us. And one of our Pembroke Hall alumnus, Martin Brown, suggested that the Lifting Life should sponsor the testing of students in Pembroke Hall for cognitive difficulties. And that is something we have under research right now, and we want to develop a comprehensive plan for that. We discuss the idea of testing for hearing that the need for students at the primary school and the school level. Like Jack and Peaches Wills, wife of Tony Will, or Tony Gar, as he's known, more commonly known to us, suggested that we expand the program to the basic school level. You know, we had initially thought of it for the primary school, and the thing, it viable in the issues earlier, better more than later. The also wanted to spearhead an initiative that they have dubbed Screening to Enhance Educational Achievement. So that is something that we have coming down the pike for 2024. It's things that we are currently discussing. All that is in the investigative stages, and we will be again dependent on our Pembroke Hall brethren to support.
you break away, Andre.
Okay, I think I had a little glitch in my system connection. We would like to ask Chris if you are seeing the agenda from for goals and objectives for us.
You're breaking up there, Andre. What
You
was
have
the
that-
question?
Are you seeing the agenda, Chris, that
No,
I sent out?
Yeah, I'm looking at it on my phone.
Okay, good. So can you handle the 2024 goals and objective, the preliminary?
Okay. All right, and that's the last one you sent her, all right?
Yeah.
Yes, that will be on the middle of page 3, Chris.
Okay.
While Chris is searching, remember you can join live. Just click the link. The link will be up shortly in the YouTube channel. So whenever you're ready,
Okay.
Chris, go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Sorry about that. The 2024, some of the 2024 goals that we're currently discussing. One is to launch a website, right? So that is going to be very powerful for us. It will allow us to reach a broader audience and be able to do something more interactive, right? It's going to be beneficial for us that way. We're going to increase our membership and donation, right? We feel like membership drive is closely knitted or tied into our fundraising effort, right? It's a big part of that, right? What we want to do really is to plan a series of membership drive / fundraising event, and we'll as we go through the planning stage and the launch stage, people will hear more about that. We also would like to host a weekend networking session, right? Which would be like a meet and greet at a location to be determined in the future, in the future. And that, stay tuned for that. Other fundraising drive, we want to be involved in things like raffles, and we encourage our family, the PR family, to chime in and give us ideas, right, as to how we can make those inroads, right? Someone mentioned to me recently about trying to tap into some corporate funds, right? What I know is that is a viable option for us to explore as well. I think that covers it. Did I miss out any, or should I continue?
You're good there. We can talk about some more things that we want to
Okay.
improve on, as you had mentioned, Chris. So like the soccer tournament that was held this year, we want to
Is
next
anybody,
year.
Chris, sorry, as me that is frozen.
Somehow you're breaking up, Andre. You're coming in and out. I'm not hear you at all. Go ahead, Tom Papa. Coming out here, Andre.
Yeah. So earlier, Chris had mentioned that things that we did this year and we've learned, we have takeaways from them, right? So, we want to improve on the soccer tournament, right? So we're going to go through a stage now where we're going to start planning. We're going to post, mark your calendar, or, keep this in mind. It's coming at a certain time when we'll come up with the date. And we want to improve that, right? The scholarships, we'll revisit those, coming up with criteria and stuff. Once we vet all those criteria, we'll as a group, we will approve it and then go out to the schools and make sure they have a copy of it so that the selection process can run better this year. In 2024. The screening Chris mentioned, and community donation. So one of the things while the community benefits from what we've done, we want to have some community specific items also for next year. So whether it's to enhance the community center, the park, or the entrances to the community, so we're looking at that also. So once, we're going to vet these as a group, and we also welcome, suggestions from the audience and anyone else who would like to suggest things that we will then review as a group and decide if we can achieve those things. Anything else you want to add, Chris?
Yeah, that was great, man. You know, there is a variety of projects that we can embark on. One of the things that I feel like we learn a lot on is timeliness, right? Like Tony mentioned about the soccer tournament, right? A soccer tournament, it you know, regardless of how the time frame we had to get it going and stuff like that, it went on, and the feedback that I got was just great. Okay, it to me, it had a very big impact, not just on the kids that participated, but even some senior members of the community, right? I had an opportunity to talk to some people who were present, right? So with that said, we are going to start early this year, planning it, collaborating with folks on the ground so we can get we can improve on it. And each year we're going to improve. We talk about also doing expanding a meet and greet. We had a meet and greet that Jackie put together for us right after Champs, around the Champs period, right? To me, that was good. There were several people in attendance, right? It just needs to be improved on so that it's something that the community and others who will be visiting around that time will know about, right? And will support. I think that's a great opportunity for us. Want to do a telethon. Don't know what format it will take yet, but that's another thing that I think in the coming year we want to at least look at. There's one item that I omitted to talk about also is in speaking with the vice principal of the high school. She had mentioned to me about the possibility of partnering with them to develop a auto mechanic curriculum, right? I've started to do some behind the scene work on that. Here in the States, that's something we can probably talk about as a team later on this year, maybe going into 2025, right? I'm putting out some feelers with some folks I know at Appliance Traders to see if we can get some traction there, all right? With regards to the screening, I've contacted and we'll hear more about that as we talk about it, but I've had long discussions with a pediatrician who wants to partner with us on doing this. And I think when I was talking to Lance earlier, it's basically fitting into what the overall our plan was, right? That once we get started, it's going to bring people in who we can collaborate with in different areas. We don't have to do it alone. We can tap into the experts. One of the things that I admired about this doctor I was talking to is her insight into fundraising here in the States, which I think would be a big plus for us. All right, that's all I got.
Absolutely. Hey, Lance, you want to talk about Junior Gillespie?
Oh, yes. And this podcast should have been out already, but we have some technical difficulty. YouTube giving us a little issue to have been out. But we spoke to a podcast coming out this week. And Junior was my next door neighbor for years, and for Philip, next door neighbor for years. Permacal. I remember Permacal from 1977 to 1991 when he migrated. And he has started doing not exactly, some of what we have been doing. He's going on into the western end of Jamaica. Sandy Bay, I think specifically, when was helping out the community down there, doing some screening. But him to talk about it a lot in his podcast. It will come out this week. And I thought it was excellent. And him can provide some help and some background information in terms of how him get it set up. He have been doing it for a while. So he'll definitely provide us with some help in terms of how to get our program going, if we can move in that direction.
Yeah, and I think he's into dental, right? Am I right? Is it dental stuff they're doing or
no, screening mostly. I
okay.
Right.
So site. So they're doing site. So they opened one in Sandy Bay, in Negril area. They opened one in Montego Bay also. Right? So I think what he mentioned, and I'll speak with him, he's working, they're getting funding through Michigan State or one of those. It's a university that's part of the funding source.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a bunch of doctors. So they go down to Jamaica and spend some time there screening people for a site and testing and providing eyeglasses and stuff like that. So, I'll speak with him. He's up in Canada. I'll speak with him some more.
Yeah, he can provide some insight. When this podcast come out this week, he can provide some insight in terms of you will get some insight from him in terms of exactly how he's doing it and what him can do. We talk to him behind and see in terms of how we can move forward, if we can move forward with that. Because all of these things that require funding, that's why we're going on a funding drive early next year. Because for an organization with less than a year old, and you hear Andre and Tompa talk about what you have contributed so far this year, the scholarships, the light over the school, these are very, very big achievements for a small organization decide to give back to the community. And would I like you out there in the community decide to join us, come and join us and help us that we can do more for the Permacal community. Right? So, and the links, if you want to join the conversation today, the links in a YouTube description box or chat box. You can just click on the link and join if you want to join the conversation. I see Danny Green in the conversation. I don't know if you want to join the conversation. I know Danny Green name. Let me see if I can unmute him. This kind of new to me. I do unmute and come in, Danny.
All right, so I'm unmuted. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man, we can hear you, Danny. Go ahead.
Okay. No, well, my major input is, I am glad that you guys started this, because after Tompa called me and said, Danny, no, actually Robert Adair sent me the first one. And then Tompa and I started, so we have to listen to this. And I moved to Permacal 68, 69, somewhere around there, and really want to give back to the community. I'll contribute any way I can, so in my professional career, I always jump into the who I work for, and these guys would throw away computers, and they were 3 years old. And the reason I threw them out was they were depreciated over 3 years, and then after that they become asset. So instead of paying taxes on them, none of them throw them out and just buy new ones, so to start the cycle over again. And they used to throw them in the garbage. And I went to our director and said, why are we throwing these out? Why don't we clean them up and give them to schools, locally in the Connecticut area? And we have stuff like that we can look into, that companies can. Now, I'm a contractor for the Army now, and the government is they're kind of weird with the things, because there are a whole lot of cleaning up to do, from um, uh, classified information, stuff like that, which it's more of a bigger hassle. But certainly we can put out for folks who work at, corporations are still in, research and development field to say, this is what typically the corporations do. They don't want to pay taxes on them. So after 3 years, they get rid of them, throw them in the garbage, and that's stuff that we can do, clean up these computers and get them into the community, even if it's, I'm working with one of my Calabar classmates out in California, and he's doing something like that, but their stuff is specifically for Calabar, right? But surely, if we have enough alumni, Permacal alumni who work, for other corporations who could do
Yeah.
stuff fantastic to get into, into the community. So that's an idea, be thrown out there. I could throw it there as something that we can look into as a possibility.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You broke up a
Yep.
little bit there, Danny. You broke up a little bit, but yeah. But Danny, introduce yourself to the community. Where in Permacal you used to live and where you live at Permacal. And like what Christmas,
So-
talk about your best Christmas memory at Permacal.
Best Christmas
I,
memory.
Hanging out at my yard.
But talk about where you live at Permacal and why year you live there, Danny.
So we move up to Annandale, is it 56 Annandale in 1968 or 69, just before I will move out from Rockfort. I used to live on Slipdock Road in Rockfort. And while living in Rockfort, I went to Clancarty Primary School. And believe it or not, I went to Clancarty Primary School from the day we live in Permacal until the day I started Calabar. I give the funniest story. So I passed for Calabar and forget the bus. I run all the way from Vineyard Town all the way to Permacal to show my mother this piece of paper that I passed for Calabar. One of our happy days. But so I live there. I'm one of these really unique person because June 75, August 75, I came to the US. And I'm one of these person who didn't stay in the US. Every night I'd pray, please send me back to Calabar, send me back home so I could finish school. And I would come up in June when school's over, and then late August, September, I'm back down, finish school, finish Calabar, class of 78, and then I get on a plane and headed north. So I was that kind of unique person because most of the people that we know, once them come stateside or Canada, they never return. But what the things that I learned in Pembrokeshire and the people I'd met in Pembrokeshire, my wife talk all the time. Me and Tompa, we're not friends anymore now. We crossed that friend level into family now. Since we know each other since we're 12, 13 years old. Maybe some of us earlier than that, but that's family.
True.
And as family, we look out for each other. Tompa can call me and say, Danny, we have this, that. What we can do? What we can pitch in? How we can do? Come down to Florida. All right, come down to
Yeah,
Florida.
Yeah, you used to come help with the Georges thing. And you're a Calabar
Exactly.
man.
I'm a Calabar man. But I'm just giving back to, in any way we can possibly. That's just my contribution. But that's an idea of things that we can potentially do for this the community, especially for the community center, for the schools. Getting an old computer that's 4 or 5 years old, that's still a boon to kids in the primary school, just to learn how to use and navigate computers and stuff, and get them up to speed. So those are things certainly we can certainly look into to get to the school. And any way I can help in that, I'm in. Actually, and any way to help, I'm in. That's just my position.
Thank you, Danny, and we know that. And I'll be reaching out to you again.
Yeah, man.
Me now make you get to say to Danny, where best Christmas memory of Pembroke?
Oh. All right. So the get together has always been from Aqualita. Tumpa live. The neighbor across Tumpa was the Braithwaite, and my backyard and the fence between me and the Braithwaites, that's my house. So, well, typically, probably from about Wednesday, we start talking about which party I come up and which party we're going to end up. And invariable Christmas, we plan and we sort of congregate over Tumpa house, Tumpa and Lukey. Lukey know where all the party them now, so we never have to worry about that.
Always.
We're all a part of them. So, that's the focal point, and then we just move out from there. One point, Lukey have this mini miner. You remember that Tumpa?
Yeah.
And we pile in. I must about 9. I would sit on in the car and go park Christmas party. And that was the fun, we'll find room and we'll end up there. Christmas party, anywhere it is, we're there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I spoke to Paul Smith. I don't think any of these gentlemen or lady would remember Paul Smith. But we used to call him
Goalkeeper Paul, right?
And that
Yeah, I
say,
remember Paul. I remember Paul, Tom.
You remember him?
Him not a nickname.
No, I
Goalkeeper
remember
Paul.
Paul.
Okay.
Goalkeeper Paul, I'm nickname.
Yeah, goalkeeper Paul.
And him used to ride him bicycle all about the place.
He used to frequent the Kamika's resident too.
Yeah, always over there.
Mm.
So I try to get him on to the podcast. I'm trying to rope him in to make a contribution also, Danny. Him and Leon. Leon Grasset used to go Excelsior. I don't know if you know him, Andre. But he was another one that was part of the crew, the Asphalt Triangle crew. Yeah.
Good to see your face, Jackie. You can unmute, and if you want to give us your best Pembroke memory, we love that. Christmas memory, best Pembroke Christmas memory. We're in the Christmas season, and our last show for the year. Unmute and go.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening right now.
No memories?
I just like to hear when Jackie's sisters come on and talk about their Christmas experience, man, because that's another part of it that I missed about Pembroke. You know what I mean? That we're talking about, like baking the cake. My mother was baking cake. They were doing ham and they were doing chicken
and sorrel.
Yeah, ginger beer, and it was just a fun time, man. And so when they were mentioning that used to happen at their home, that bring back some memory, man, for me. That's pretty cool.
So the sorrel tastes different than foreign, or it not have enough rum in it, or I'm drink the sorrel that's not taste the same.
No, it's not. No, something go on with people's brain once
no,
they
man.
get here.
Depends on who make it.
Yep. Yeah, you have to make your own sorrel. You can't buy sorrel.
No,
man.
Sorry, you can't buy sorry lands.
No, I don't buy it, Danny, but the taste kind of different. Maybe how the old lady used to make it. The taste kind of different, but yeah.
Well, Sharon, give me some. Sharon, give me 2 bottles, one for the Bahamas. And watch, I don't drink alcohol, so she make mine without the alcohol, and she give me another one for a Bahamian guy over there. And I'm gonna put it in the freezer, and it freeze, right? And then when I drink it, him pour it out. So now all of the alcohol and the sweetness go with the first
At the bottom.
pouring. The man, he said, Rudy, what you try to do? Drunk me?
Yeah.
So the man make it, our water, dog, and so the man just pour out the alcohol. You drink it, yeah.
I'm just
man.
before Andre, I'm gonna ask you for your favorite Pembroke Christmas memory. Let me just big up Keith Reed in the chat box. Keith Reed, I know is Sally Miller. Glad you are here. Appreciate you here and thank you for the good words you said about our group here, so I appreciate that. Yeah, Andre, you have any favorite Pembroke memories, Christmas memory you want to talk about?
Well, as Chris just mentioned, the baking and such, so my brothers and I used to be assigned the de-seeding of the prunes for the cake. But for every seed that we take out, we eat 2. And those of us who are used to eating prunes know what the effect of eating. But you remember the sorrel and the black cake, and so every house you visit, like my mother used to have a trolley, them like a serving trolley that have the liquor on and the bottom. And
yes.
It have a flat surface where them put the ice on the glass, and so when you see that trolley roll out, and then like a plates with the cake, and you take your like a sorrel, and so those are some of my memories, and everybody just saying compliments of the season. That was my father's favorite comment. Compliments of the season. So I can smell the black cake right now. Yeah, so that's
would have the
mine.
Would have the punch bowl with the glass around the rim of the punch bowl.
Yes, I remember those.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that was one of
those.
my chore. We'd have to take that out of the buffet and wash that and
Yeah.
wash that.
And you have the actual spoon to the, you have a spoon.
Yes,
You have a
the-
big
the-
spoon.
goes with it,
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Where you
Pour
serve
out
with-
the punch.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man.
So who remember when you have when the rum cake make and them throw the rum cake and then who want to lick out the bowl?
Everybody a fight for that. Everybody a fight for
Everybody fight for that.
Your finger.
Yeah, man, your finger circle that, man.
Yeah, man. And sometimes you hold
like
and
a
dip in that.
fossil.
Yeah.
So my sister is 2 years older than me, and my sister was lazy. She never liked doing dishes and clean up pots and pans. Oh no, that's cool. I'll do that because I'm licking the bottom. I'm pouring out every last drop in the punch bowl. I had fun cleaning up, no problem.
So
Lance,
yeah, go ahead,
my
Jackie.
sister said they're trying to get on, but they're only seeing listening mode.
The guests are waiting. Maybe.
Yeah,
That's
view.
They only have listening mode. They're only seeing listening mode.
Let me see. This technology, that as Andre rightly said earlier, so Phil come in, yeah.
Are they joining by watching by YouTube?
I'm not sure. Let me.
So
Ask
I
them to
joined.
Ask them to click the link in our YouTube, Jackie.
I think they're hearing. So
Yeah, click the
So
link.
I joined the by teams.
I sent them the link. I sent it to them, the Teams link.
Yeah,
Let's see what they are.
this is kind of new technology for me, and as Andre correctly said, I need cognitive testing for technology, so I make no apologies about that at all. Whenever I do these things and they work, I get ribbon from everybody in our panel here. I don't care. I just want to know if it work and me there talk. I just listen. All right, so
About Christmas market. Who got Christmas market downtown?
I never used to. I never used to go to them.
I hear about it in a Tampa, but I've never.
I never
I've
went.
never gone
Never
either.
went.
I don't think I've went since I moved to Pembroke, but when I used to live at Elliston Road, down at East there, We used to go Christmas market all the time.
Uh-huh.
I think I did it once or twice with my mother, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, because I was a pair of hands to carry stuff.
Yes. Well, one Christmas when I was in Jamaica, Sharon and I drove down there the night, just to see what it's like. People still do it.
It was still happening.
Yeah, people, they do it.
Yeah, they still do it. Still going on. Busy down there, man. Busy.
And Phil, welcome.
What about
If you want to mute and talk, you can do that. Go ahead, Jackie. Sorry.
what about the back in the day it used to call it what? Firecrackers?
Clappers, Jackie.
And Chiboom.
Clappers,
Clappers.
Jackie. Firecracker.
Clappers,
Huh?
Chiboom.
Clappers and Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt, Clappers,
Clappers.
Chiboom. Look a ball and when you throw up on the ground and bust
Yeah,
them.
man, it's Chiboom,
And the
them.
Starlight, Jackie. Remember the
Yeah,
Starlight?
Starlight. I remember Starlights, yes.
So I wasn't a fan
Yes.
of Starlight because I think when I live out in Rockford, all the kids were outside playing, lighting up starlights, and all the teenagers them started throwing it around. Well, the local store, they throw stuff on the top of the roof and burn down the place the night. So, me watching this and this place up the next block from me, being what, 8 years old, and you see a fire, I thought every time I see a fire, I thought an entire Jamaica burned down because there are fire trucks and people and, this, may I cry because, it's like a burn down my house and burn down the entire country. So to this day, my kids were younger. No starlights, none of that stuff. Firecrackers, yes, but starlights, no.
Who to get 2 guns? Who to get them 2 guns?
Oh, what wrong with you?
Yeah, man.
Two guns.
Without
The Bronco. And the
no, you
yeah,
put
the thing you put in the gun. For
you load it up. You load it
Yeah.
up with the thing and get the barrel.
Or the fame paper shotgun.
Yeah,
Paper
man,
shot.
paper shotgun. Yeah.
Paper shot.
Yes, they had some, yes. Some of
Yes,
you
you put the
I
paper
like
shot
a long
tonight.
strip, and then you,
Yes.
yeah, I remember
man.
that.
A
The
2
thing
gun
about
steal.
it too,
Them used to
is
call me
that-
2 gun steal, man. 2
Yeah.
gun steal.
We'll be up all night. I try for Santa Claus.
Yes. Hey, my father make you write your name on the side of a shopping bag, and you put that beside your bed. And when you wake up, there are gifts.
Stuff in there.
And sometimes you try peep to see if Santa. Sometimes my brother tell me, yeah, man, him see a red and white hat beside the bed.
Well, I think, best Christmas present was grade 4. I got a talking Viewmaster. It was, hot. Woo! So I take it to Cloncarty Primary School, show my best friend, Courtney Grant. And at lunchtime, and then all the other boys like, hey, can I see it first? I'll pay you 10 cents to see it. I'm like, you what? Everybody, all right, line up, 10 cents. You get a reel for 10 cents to go and watch the talking Viewmaster. That started the hustling days.
10 cents of you.
10 cents for a Viewmaster.
What about the Jackie? What about the remember them thing you used to hang in your ceiling, them shaped like a bell? You fold them out?
The
Right,
food,
yes. So put those up at Christmas
So
time.
bell was
yeah.
allowed in a Pembroke household?
No,
Them
man.
green, them
That's
orange,
Just
them orange.
Don't get Phil started, brethren.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, man, we used to have those, yeah. You start a crepe paper thing and then you just open
Yeah.
it out and close it up back. Yeah. Mhm.
But Phil, you're here. You can unmute and say a few words, and we come in late.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but
But
even
yeah,
what Danny had mentioned about getting present, like exchanging gifts at school, at primary school. I don't remember, you guys used to do that, right? We have Pembroke who went to Pembroke Primary, and I suppose all schools.
Yeah, we used
And
to do
some
that.
kids used to get some gifts. When you have to pick a name,
Right.
You pick a name before, and then
Yeah, yeah,
on the
yeah.
last day of school breaking up day, you bring, and sometimes, kids get the worst
Yeah.
present.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you don't
Yes.
know who got your name.
Yeah, I
Yes.
remember them used to go down a cream or get the big thing of ice
Big
cream for them
gallon,
occasion
big
there.
gallon of
Yeah, the
ice
big
cream.
gallon
Yeah,
Yes, the
man.
thing,
grape,
yeah.
Grape
grape
nut
nut
yeah.
ice cream in the corner.
Yeah.
You get that on breaking up day. Call it
Yeah, man.
breaking up. I hear they don't have it at the primary school anymore. I was
That's
asking
very
Katie, and
sad.
they don't have breaking up days again. They just have one, like parties, each class used to have like their own
Their
little
own thing, yeah.
breaking up
Oh,
party.
yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And you wear your pretty clothes. You
Yeah,
wear
man.
clothes, ordinary clothes on breaking up day, last day of school.
Yeah,
They
man.
don't.
Yeah.
You wear
But
your
she
pretty
said that,
down.
right. But she said they just have one big thing like with bounce about and so now, for the entire school, That's what they don't have individual parties anymore, class parties.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Phil, you want to give us your best Permacar Christmas memory?
Well, the best Permacar Christmas memories probably. Honestly, I'd said a drunk on the business. Because we talk about that one time. Because
Yeah,
Christmas
we used to
time.
afraid of that though. We used to afraid
Yeah?
of that. First, me afraid of that. First,
Yeah.
No, me used to enjoy that a lot. When the drunk on the march through the community. That is something I always look forward to. And
Yeah.
the same thing with Jackie I touched upon the class party them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
breaking a party, yeah, man. Them thing that was fun at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Because I think that one of the problems, them get away from certain things, and them not understand how much that they do for the youth and development, especially in terms of unity and and oneness. Them things, it's like how them take out devotion out of school and all them things there.
Hello, Winsome.
Yeah, Winsome.
Hello.
And unmute
Hello.
and tell us about your best Permacar Christmas memory as you come in.
Not seeing your face, I'm not sure if you. Yeah.
Yeah, man, much better. Go ahead.
You do walking. Like she walking.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a technical challenge.
I'm not hearing her at all.
Okay, let me
That's
Go ahead now,
unmute.
we're hearing you now.
settling in.
Yeah, man, where I hear you?
You hearing me?
Yeah, man.
Okay. My best memories. Eh?
The best Christmas
No,
memory.
stop walk.
You're still walking.
No, me settle down now.
In the process of stabilizing.
The best Christmas in Jamaica.
Okay.
Permacar.
Jamaica.
Winsome, hold on. Go and think about it. I can go on my own.
Yeah.
Hey, let's not forget about going for the plaza Christmas Eve.
What wrong with you, man? When you say plaza, you mean up at Constant Spring?
Hey, uptown, man.
Yeah.
From Modern Tropical Plaza.
Yes, man. What wrong
Yeah.
with you, man?
We mean
Yes.
plaza. The whole of half Constant Spring Road to halfway through.
Right. Yes.
That's
But people
another
still-
fun thing.
People still do that. I don't think I think after COVID, it had sort
Well,
of stopped,
COVID
but
has
they
gone
used to
down.
have it.
Well, high school
What
years,
is
that's
this
when
thing
you go
having?
buy a little gift for your girlfriend and them thing like
Yeah.
little Fabergé.
Yeah, man, and
Yeah.
just go on the plaza, go walk
Me
up
like
and
a
down.
couscous.
And couscous.
Yeah. Kiku or you know.
Who is that? Keith Reed. I just saw Keith
Is
Reed.
that my brethren Sally?
That's
Miller?
Sally Miller in the audience. And Sally, come in and introduce
I saw
yourself.
it just
Unmute.
came in a while ago.
Unmute and introduce yourself, Sally. And know
Turn
say,
on back your camera, Sally. Or you gonna go hide, bro?
unless him there Jamaica, because if him there England and after 10. Unmute, Sally. Look like you there
Yeah,
Jamaica.
man.
Unmute.
Unmute yourself, Sally. Unmute yourself.
Him not hear it. The mic up on mute.
He might. Yeah, hit the mic button, Sally.
His mic is muted.
Right,
Go ahead now.
right.
Go ahead, Sally.
Yeah, introduce myself, Keith Reed, otherwise called Sally Miller. I'm in Permacal at the original house. I'm keeping something for Messi, Roots, and nobody coming up here later. So I'm just making a know, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Respect, Sally.
yeah,
I want
man.
that time, you know, brother.
Killer, Jackie, Killer coming up and going to track,
Of course.
yeah? So I'm coming up later, Roots, Boomy.
Oh, you're in
Permacal, man, yeah.
Jamaica? Oh, you're
Yeah,
in
man,
Jamaica?
I'm in Jamaica. I'm in Permacal,
It's a good look, that man.
yeah?
Where are you
So
having
when
it?
the man them come in, we try to get them to say something about Christmas and so forth. I've heard about the good work that you all been doing. Matter of fact, I saw Jackie in the supermarket, but she never see me.
Oh, me not know you. Me never realize.
You
Me
know-
never recognize you.
Yeah, but I was saying to your brother
why you
last night.
Why you
Saying to your
never
brother
called
that
to me?
You don't probably know me, but me know you.
So why you never called to me?
Because you're busy.
Busy in the supermarket? Can't be too busy for a fellow Pembrokaleite.
Okay, well, you know. So I heard Kamika, you was there with the football and the so forth.
Yeah, man.
Well, I wanted to do a football thing today for Messi, but people not organized. So I've been listening that I want to do something the other day. I want to do something for him next year on a regular basis, make it annual and so forth. So now a couple of ideas, which I said to Prince before, we really want to try, interview, but we can talk about that.
Yeah, man. We can talk about that, Sally. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right, Sally. This is the first sighting since the Leeds days.
Can't hear Andrew. And them can't hear you. I'm on
I
at
said-
work.
Saying this is the first sighting since 1977 Leeds United days, a minor league.
But Rose tell me Friday night that you was playing for me and somebody knocked you out. I can't
Yeah, man.
remember that.
You
Can't
don't
remember that.
You don't remember? You
No,
really
sir.
don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that. I roots Friday night, coming down at the plaza, Reggae and Boomy and everybody and Kilo, everybody down there. Brian, everybody, cause that's where everybody kind of congregate.
One Boomy, a long time. I don't see Boomy,
In Mr. Boomy 3 times since I've been here 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And but I'm coming up later. So if things still going on, we'll make everybody. Cause most night people come here and sit down and all our vibes and so forth.
Yeah. I was
Nice.
actually eavesdropping because I called Kilo Friday night.
Yeah.
And him never hung up the phone and I was listening to the conversation.
I dropped him off, I didn't even know that you live over the road. Cause it's me drop him off,
Oh.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
actually, I never know exactly where he was, but I heard talking.
Yeah.
I heard
So
Courtney and all of you guys.
Yeah.
What about
all of
Mitchie
us
them
is
and
down
Platty? What about Mitchie and Platty, Sally? Them
Mitchie
come
was
on?
down there drinking him rum.
Yeah, man.
You remember Quarterly?
Yes.
Him just leave the house, gone to get chain to come back up.
Okay.
So,
Sally, you
from
remember
the
you remember Folly Bush, Sally?
of course, remember Follow Bush.
Then Folly Bush did knock me out the day we play when Leeds that play. I don't know which side him did that play for over Meadowbrook Estates or somewhere with it.
Follow Bush put a tackle on you.
Yeah, man, I did knock me out wrong on the field, man.
Who he was playing for?
He must have played for a side from Valentine's or
Okay.
Meadowbrook Estates.
Okay. You remember
Yeah,
Follow Bush come up from minor league with and Richie Bennett and Fowler Messi. You remember that? Oh, you look gone. No, you look gone. It's the year after you played. And I told all of them, when Follow Bush making up nice that him not playing, they said Messi better let's train it together. You gone 1 year of them time, yeah? All right. Said, but come to pass that Messi played 75 times for Jamaica. What's the thing, though?
You see, you did done spot it already.
Spot it long time.
But
Yeah.
Sally, the I look on the Purple colors, you know, I remember one of the Leeds United gears did have the white with the yellow and blue.
Yeah, and
Well,
blue.
the teeth off on the line. Mitch is saying the teeth off the gears off on the
You
line.
remember that, Sally?
I'm Florida with it. All right, Mitch, tell me.
You remember
Yeah.
Sally Preco used to use potato. We put on the logo on the shirt.
Yeah.
Preco did dangerous with that.
And,
Man, get creative.
Paul Smith, they tell me some things about Perko too, because that's why I need to get him on. He said never know.
Yeah.
Perko used to cut off the sleeve off a shirt and put it on another shirt. So now you have
Yes,
like a white with green and a
Yeah.
green with white.
very artistic like that. Yeah, I'm very good at drawings and design and all that kind of thing. Yeah, it was always good with
Well,
that.
that's what he's doing now. He's doing that designing and stuff now.
So Sally, like what Christmas, one of your best Pembroke Christmas memory? Let me hear it now.
What I feel was saying the junk kind of thing where we used to afraid of that, but that was all part and the gift Jackie said about at school, you have to kind of you get a gift, you don't even know what kind of gift you get. And the fun, everything. It's a joy them days.
And when Winsome come, let me tell you my best Pembroke memory. When Winsome and Chris, I'm not hear yours yet, you know, so you can't go and think about it. My best Pembroke Christmas memory is and when Winsome come back in, she can come and share hers. You remember when we couldn't import clappers and Thunderbolt to Jamaica? We have to make one.
Yeah, man.
Where you make it with? You make scrape off the sulfur for the matches.
Yeah, I'm putting a pipe cock.
Yeah.
So
Or sometimes you put it in a key and put a nail inside.
yeah, man. So we do it exactly. We do it, Andre. So we can't make clappers and thunder. I come into your Winsome. I don't forget you.
Monsieur.
I give my best Pembroke memory.
You never know your honor.
I never know something on.
Yeah.
Well, I know I was on, but I didn't know I could be seen.
Yeah, 1 year.
Well, your video, because the video, you'd have to tap it to.
Yeah, you can mute it if you want, the camera and everything, whenever you want, step away.
Where's that good thing? You wasn't doing anything illegal. Not fit for teams view.
Because this is a live show, it's not like a podcast. We're going to edit it out, Winsome.
Right.
Yeah. So one Christmas now, we have a pipe cock, and Jackie know this person, Katie and Miss Lewis. We line up, and Miss Lewis I come from church, you know, people are going to Christmas church and coming back late. So I wait for her for coming late the night now, and she come in about 11:30, little after 12. And about 10 hours on Calbeck Avenue, line up with a pipe cock, and when we let it off, Miss Lewis come out with her cutlass. And we have to scatter all about the place. When she see my old man, she has sharpened the machine on the ground and said, Mr. Prince, if I ever catch him, I say. Phil, you remember that incident there?
But me know say that they're gonna come with it. Cause remember saying of one Christmas that happened, you know.
Several.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you used to do it to she and Miss Francis.
Yeah. The two people me like take over football, we take out revenge.
Yeah,
Christmas.
man.
Yeah. When the ball go over for them yard, you know, we can't get, you know, some yard the ball go over, you can't get back the ball.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, Winsome, go ahead, let me hear your best Christmas memory, I know, of Pembroke.
Well, my best memories of Pembroke Christmas is getting the house ready, because everything had to be done. New curtains put up, everything. The house have to paint, massive cleaning. And it cleaned every week, but Christmas had to get the extra special cleaning. And I always had to, I was the one who did the baking of the ham, the Christmas cakes. I would, when I started working at JPS, I would have to take off one day in the week where I just bake. And when we used to have to bake a whole lot of cake. And my mother used to give everybody, she knew everybody had to get a piece of cake for Christmas. So it was massive baking. And also we had to, and the parties, that was one of the biggest things, the parties. At the time when we used to work for JPS, oh my God, Christmas Eve was unbelievable. We were like Santa Claus going to work, the amount of gifts that we would take and exchange. It was just awesome. It was just an awesome feeling. And of course, that party in the auditorium at JPS on Christmas Eve was to die for. With Mrs. Rawl, because she organized that party every year, and that was the icing on the cake. That's what I can remember. But I'm trying to think of earlier days, like when we just moved to Pembroke Hall, how Christmas was. It was more about just getting the house ready and just, you know, fellowship with family and friends. But,
yes, and I think most people used to like whitewash.
Yeah, whitewash the place.
The wall, right?
Yeah.
What did you use for Christmas tree?
Oh, we used to have, I remember it, and that time it was called the willow tree.
Willow tree, that's right.
Willow tree, yes.
That's right.
A willow tree, yes. Oh,
Yes.
yes. We had a Christmas tree. We used to decorate a Christmas tree. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We had
the
two
willow
willow
tree.
tree in my front yard, and we used to decorate them.
Yeah. The willow tree. Absolutely.
But there was
Absolutely.
a song, There was a song about willow
Oh,
tree.
yes. Willow tree, Alton
song?
Ellis. Alton Ellis would sing Willow Tree.
Yeah, man, they had a willow
Once,
song.
once a
Yeah,
tear is
man, that was a
falling, the willow cries
wicked song,
eternally.
that wicked tune.
Yeah,
That.
why willow tree?
Cry
Don't
not
Oh,
for
yeah,
me,
don't-
my willow.
Phil,
Okay,
that
who
is
sing the
before
song?
your
Who sing the
time.
song? Who sing that song then?
Phil,
Who sing-
that's before your time.
Alton Ellis.
All right, let him sing it
Yeah,
then.
man,
no?
we know about that. Alton Ellis is one of our favorite singers. We gotta
But
talk
you-
about it.
before your time, man. Before your
Where
You
say
can't
company
say that.
to
You're the
Alton?
one, Jackie, before your
Jackie, we know about all of them music that we listen to. Because we don't listen
You
to
know
current
that,
music.
but you don't know that
Get
one.
the strength to get on. Only listening mode. Oh, Sam can't come in.
I don't know. She can't get on. She said she still can't. I don't know how you got. You have to tell her how you get on. I don't know.
Well, I
can't.
went on YouTube first, and then I clicked the link.
Yeah, we get better with them technical software as we go. Trust me. This is just. We'll get better.
Sometime, no.
Come again?
No.
Me or you is all right. I can't take all of the mouth, you know what? True it. Chris,
Okay.
go ahead here, Chris. Unmute and tell me your best Permacal Christmas memory.
Oh.
All right. So it seems to me that as you grow, right, the thing
You go to
changes.
YouTube, and then you have to click a link.
Interest.
Once you get to go to YouTube live, and you see them. When you
Interest
scroll down at the
change,
bottom, there's a link. That
So-
they say you can do Discord or Microsoft. I click on the Microsoft one, and I got right in.
Mute yourself, Winsome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm on YouTube. I see that. Mm-hmm.
Mute
Mute
yourself,
yourself,
Winsome.
Winsome.
Winsome, mute yourself.
Yeah.
Mute.
Yeah, man, I'm mute
Just
when you
put-
want.
yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Why
go ahead,
not,
Chris.
Chris?
Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah. I was saying that it seems to me that as you grow, right, your memory kind of, the things that you enjoy changes, right? So one of my fond memories when I was, maybe 10, 12 years old was really, just being around my siblings, my mom, Christmas Eve night, doing doing all the final touches for the Christmas the next day, you know, preparing for the next day and stuff like that. That was fun for me. And then there was a group called Sing Out Jamaica who used to come through and do caroling, right? I love Christmas carols, right? And so they used to come through throughout Pembroke Hall. They would go with candles and they would be singing carols and stuff like that. I used to love that because sometimes I would join them. And, you know, by the time I get into my teens now, it was all about parties, all right? The one thing that I used to move with a group of guys who were older than me. And we used to bleach. Bleaching means that you start off like early Christmas Eve, right? You make sure that you drink some soup, you get some soup in your structure. And we just go to different parties, man. From JPS, Rutvent Road, the Curfew Place, the Police Officers Club. And mind you, I'm not supposed to be at these places because I'm underage. And so one night, I went with these guys to Britain. And Britain was just, I guess, building up something like that, I just built. I'm the youngest one in the pack, and I'll never forget this. It's a place I'm having a dance, right? And you have a sound name, Steramar.
Yeah, Steramar.
A play. Steramar play, right?
Yeah.
It's a place that I'm not supposed to be because my mother don't know me that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It turn out now, say you pay, think of 50 cents you pay at the gate, right? But the gate man now, you either get a 3 man or a quarter of a weed, right? I mean, now I get none of them things there now. Well, anyway, going at the dance, and a bigger brother now who went with us said, it's time for me to leave, right? I don't have no way of coming back because I have to come with them. Well, shortly thereafter, a man step out and one year a man say, "Ratted, what the hell?" Him say, "Kiss my dying trial." Some man a cut up weed pan a man car, right? It turned out it was Tony Hewitt. The man a cut up weed pan Tony Hewitt car. And Tony Hewitt empty out the whole dance hall. I met me no say. Him not know how me I reach him, you know, but me need to reach him before him reach up because him used to date a woman from a road. And him recognize me and him saying him don't know how me I gonna reach him, but him a tell me say me need to reach him before him reach up to tell my mother, right? So boy, me start hit the foot, you know. And
Yeah, well, from Britain.
oh, then what? The man say me for reach home, brethren. Now them days, I'm afraid of them type of man there. You know? And so a man next door to me now named Mr. Wint had a truck, one of them dump truck. Luckily for me, Mr. Winter come through. I'm just jump up in the back of the truck and reach home, brethren. I'll never forget that. But that was a memorable Christmas Eve for me, you know.
Yeah, Chris, thank you for that.
Sound like one of Lukey thing them.
You bring up a whole heap of things. I was wondering if nobody in the audience or on the panel and about church, because Chris talked about Christmas Carol, and I remember that good.
I remember that too. I remember the Christmas Carol.
Yeah, man.
I was more trying to remember the people that were past through Pembroke Hall doing the carol.
Right. I didn't remember the name, but I remember them.
Because I used to have to get up early if I go to church, and the old man would have to arrange with Plattyfather. Plattyfather would have the bus, the minibus, for carry. Because we live at Pembroke Hall, but we still go to church downtown. We go to East Street, St. George's Church at East Street. At 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock service. And we just love the Christmas carol them.
Oh, St. George Church did have an entry on East Street.
That was the main entrance, Andre.
Oh, because it used to run on the back of Aloysius.
Sun Street. Yeah,
So
yeah,
the
Sun
other
Street.
side, they
That's
go-
what.
Sutton Street, yeah.
No, man, not Sutton Street.
Eastern.
John's Lane. Not
John's Lane. John's
Lane,
Lane. Yeah, 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 yeah,
John's
yeah.
Lane.
No, man, the address up on East Street, Andre. I think that's the official address, I think. But yeah, I know it. They come back run at the back. Run at
Yeah,
John's
man, the
Lane.
Aloysius youth are just pure at the entrance, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But I love the Christmas carol them, and that's one I think we're missing. And I don't know if because I backslide and I just don't sing a Christmas carol no more or what. But Christmas are foreign are different than Jamaica. A big difference in terms of. And I don't know if I older we get older as Chris say. But Christmas are foreign is different than Jamaica.
Part of it.
I don't know. As you reflect on them thing and you think back on them thing, there's like yes. And I don't know if the youth them grew up at Jamaica and grew up in a foreigner like our youth them, if them think on Christmas different. That would be a good.
Or is it that you had a better singing voice as a youth than you do now? So you know bother with that.
No. That means
You know, I had a conversation with my son, now that you say that, Lance, I had a conversation with my son one day, and we're kind of comparing and contrasting my boyhood with his boyhood. And the conclusion of me draw is that my boyhood was far superior, more enjoyable than his boyhood. Because to me, there's nothing fun about video games and Tetris and all those things. Them things that cannot compete with skateland and dance and marble and gig, kite
No.
flying and these
And you
sort of
skate.
things.
And you
Eh?
skate.
Yeah, skate.
Remember, I used to make board skate with
Board
with
skate.
with one bearing.
Bearings. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's generational. I mean, Christmas here is not the same, and maybe because we're old and those things, we don't enjoy those things no more. But yeah.
But me ask Jackie, because it's a good point you bring up, because I think it's like a connection thing, As man I grew up, or a little boy I grew up in a Pembroke, you just love the company. You see me I said to you, so whenever I have access to video games and all them things, and all it outside, I look forward to go outside. Girls never allowed to go outside. Some want to know for them context in terms of say, how them look on Christmas at Jamaica in terms of Christmas then and now. And Jackie, me I like you're on win some perspective as a female, only look on Christmas.
Yeah, man.
Unmute Jackie if you want to comment on that.
Okay, you're saying Christmas now?
Yeah,
As opposed to back then?
Yeah, because what Chris said earlier was as boys or young men, we could have roamed the road there outside all the while. Girls never allowed to come outside and roam road until they become of age. But as young people, we always outside. For the Christmas is different because they have to inside and a lock and key most until they come a certain age and they bus out, right?
Are them teeth out?
What
about change your clothes?
What is the difference now in terms of
Yeah, because when we would go like parties, as you said, we could go parties.
But that one, yeah, but one of the difference in terms of Christmas, when you grew up, I know your children them look on Christmas compared to now.
Oh, my kids. Well, my kids don't, they grew up in Pembroke, but they don't know Pembroke. So they didn't have friends in Pembroke. So whatever activities they did would be outside of Pembroke. And like they would go movies, dinner, lunch, whatever, that sort of thing. They didn't like play. They didn't play like how we used to do. Like, I mean, in my days, I would play netball in the community.
You're not
So it was
sports
different.
oriented.
Everything they did or whatever in outdoors, nothing outdoors in the community. No, they didn't do anything like that. So it's different, completely different.
Yeah, it looks so. Welcome, Maxen. Welcome. Unmute your mic and tell us your best Pembroke Christmas memory. Your mic unmute. Unmute. Touch your mic and it's supposed
Okay,
to
Chris, saw that.
shut up, but we're not hear her. 'Cause her mic is up on mute.
You need to unmute. Unmute your mic.
We're not hearing her. Winsome, tell her if you unmute. You should know if you unmute.
Unmute your mic.
They still on?
I don't know. She look like she's gone now. Or she have to answer the call, because Winsome call her. I wonder if Danny Green is still there. Danny Green is still there, or I'm gone.
Yeah, man, Danny.
But
Yeah, man, I'm
one
still
of the
there.
things we don't have anybody had mentioned about the kites. Christmas was
Yeah,
kites.
man, the kite.
Kites. Kites, you
Yes.
have to make your kite.
You know,
Danny,
Jackie, I
you bring
was,
up a BH from Jamaica a couple of years ago, you know. Up to your
well, you
BH,
know,
Danny.
Thumper, last week is what, about 2 weeks ago, I fly BH down here, you know, 2 BH.
What?
I left them up for go get on one of our podcasts, and by the time I come back, the thing drop in the canal. So I have to fish it out and I have to go paste it again and ready it up, you know. But we have 4 BH right there, so.
I remember how it was actually made from scratch. You know, you get
man.
you get
Pretty
your grease paper.
You have the grease paper.
Grease paper first, man.
The grease
Right.
paper. The grease
And
paper
your glue,
for the BH.
and the glue, and the
Yeah.
glue, and it's
You
what
make the
some
glue
bump.
that you make the
No,
glue
you
them on.
make your glue with
Yeah,
flour.
your
or
flour glue.
Right.
Your flour
And then
glue.
you have the what you call the stick thing, the
Bamboo.
Bamboo.
The sea bamboo.
See, yeah.
Right. So where we got that from?
So
You remember them
From
long
the
bamboo
banana
like
tree them.
No, it's banana tree. I'm
No,
not
no,
talking.
it's
I mean,
not bananas.
coconut tree.
Coconut
no
tree.
man, no coconut was for pretty paper kite, but you remember
Yeah.
them long
No,
bamboo
man, the
like when them used to-
bamboo.
the bamboo
Yeah,
like
the-
when you make raft.
The branch, you take the branch off it and cut the.
Well, me know the
Cut them
coconut
right.
tree one. Me no know
So-
the
Bamboo
so-
them from the river side where the man
Right,
used
and-
for the rafting.
Well, Andre,
raft.
exactly. So
They used to have a hut over Marvally that was made of that. So we used to go over there, go lift up a bamboo and you have to run like thief.
I'm saying where you guys would get that from.
Yeah, go ahead, Danny.
And then
Dan,
then you got the
grease
card.
paper. And
Yeah,
the
the
cord,
card.
yeah. And the
Yeah,
Card,
yeah,
now, you roll it, reel you have it on the
Reel it
reel.
in.
or
Yeah, man.
sometimes you fly a kite with fishing line. I think Maxen unmute are coming back to you, Danny, since Maxen does come in. But I'm not hearing
She
her at all.
talking,
She
she
talking.
talking, she on mute. Winsome ever tell her to come off mute.
But she's not on mute.
She's not on mute anymore, but we can't hear
But we
her.
not hear her.
Make your volume turn down. Turn up your volume, Max.
Still can't hear you.
All right, well, Maxen, I work on our mic. Danny, where we used to get the bamboo them from? That's a
Yeah.
good question Jackie asked.
So the last time I get bamboo, I go Reach Falls. I bring, I come down on vacation around Champs time and I bring my 7-foot fishing rod. I'm going to go up Reach Falls and the brother sell coconut. I said, no, I don't want a coconut. But if you can split me off a section of bamboo about 6 feet tall, I want to put them in my rod case so we can go and make my kite. So I come home, I get through Costa Bite, and the brother say, so you did some fishing? And I say, yeah. And I say, you want to see it? He say, no, man, as long as you do some fishing, you're all right, you're good. So I never take my bamboo. I'm going to go home, I'm going to build my 6-foot BAG. And my wife looked at me and she said, you know, how you get that off the ground? I will never get off the ground. So I said, all right, Barbara, watch me. I'm lad my BAG and my BAG starts sing. And I whistle, my name of them come out and I watch the pretty paper them on it. And she's like, you're going to make a lie out. And I said, Barbara, you think about I'm building this if we never know say we can do this? This is what we do as kids, you know. When my son is about
tight around a tree because a 6-foot BH is a big BH, you know.
big BAG.
And where
would
would get the paper to buy that grease, the color, like with the color.
Over the hardware, over Mulline, over
Yeah,
Jackson
the
hardware,
hardware.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Before she leave, Miss Claire used to sell it to Miss Claire shop.
All right.
Across from Littlefield.
Yeah, but you know, up here now, the other day we fly the BG and police drone start circling and the police come check with
Oh Lord.
Hold on.
because people call them.
Think I drone. Maxen, unmute because I can't hear you. Yeah, go ahead now. Go ahead, Maxen.
Still can't hear her.
She not talk, she look. I'm not hearing her at all.
Say hello, Maxine.
No, me not hear
She
her.
not hear it?
No.
She not hear it either.
Bring some gun to talk to her.
You some gonna call her again, yeah.
And the kite had a little thing, a little flap thing, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
singer,
Find out if she
them
allowed
the singer, them man.
That we
if she
call
allowed
it the
That's a
singer.
singer?
We call it the
use her
singer.
microphone.
Yeah,
Oh,
a
okay.
singer
You
that
can hear
make
it on
Mr.
noise.
Mac-
whistle.
Me used to make kite with Kilo. When Kilo make him kite, me buzz around and things. So me know about the kite thing, you know.
Yeah, man.
Kilo used to make
And
him kite.
people put sits raise up on the tail.
On the tail,
Yeah.
right.
Cut
the
to a
tail of
man
the
guy,
kite.
yeah, yeah.
For cut to another man kite.
Oh.
You know, you used to go
Yeah.
that.
Me
Boom, you used to do that
never
all
did
a while.
that,
Cut a
boy,
man
me
kite,
tell
you
me
know.
used to hate. Me used to hate losing my kite, so I do that to nobody kite.
Or sometime in a Tompa, we used to just mash up some buckle and glue your card and then
Yes.
stick on the mash up splinter them on the
Yes.
Oh
card.
my Lord.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
When
oh
you
yeah.
have a mountain loop and you get underneath a man and mount up, man.
Yeah. And of course, the kite sometimes go on the line.
Yes.
The electrical line.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Our people antenna, and that's when the problem
Yes.
starts.
Yeah. Yeah, watch him and say kite bust where.
Yeah, and if you drop up a certain people are like the ball, you nah get back the kite at all.
Hey, remember Junior Bartolo kite bust where one time, you know, Luke take that up and run with it, you know. Nah, give him back.
Yeah, them have some man that have a like one of them Chinese eagle kite, you know, them
Yes.
plastic kite.
Yes.
And cover my yard, but you can't take them because you can't fly that. Because
No,
once it go,
no.
people gonna see it.
Yeah.
Well, you
So
know,
you have to just
my
return it.
I think my son was like 6 or 7, and one day he looked up and said, "Dad, can we go to Walmart and buy a kite?" I'm like, "Josh, we're Jamaicans. We don't buy kite. We build kite."
Yes.
And him
I
say,
don't know
"What do you
buy
mean
kite."
build kite?" I said, "No, I want to buy kite, Josh." So that's the start of, you know, him build that and him fly it and call up him cousin and say, "Jimmy, oh, you gotta come over and see Dad's kite." You know, but that's the things that we grew up with, and you know, look,
Those who
yeah,
can't make kite, you know, Danny, make the look easy one, the tea kite.
yeah, the tea kite,
The tea
them.
kite them. You ever see those tea kite jacket where it's the regular bamboo from the coconut tree, right?
Right.
And
And you know, kite.
instead of the 5, instead of doing the 5 of them, you use
Oh,
just
you know,
2.
some four.
You just
Two.
use 2,
Crosses,
look like you just make a
yeah.
cross.
And your
Make a
tail
cross
down at
with
the
it.
bottom.
Right.
Yeah, and it look long.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
are make for my daughter and my niece because number one, they were easy to make, easy to fly. You know, me even got through the point of showing them how to make junker kite. But we start with my nephew because the first kite we built for him, him let it go. I said, "No,
Hello,
Jimmy." So,
guys.
All right,
Finally.
Winsome.
hey,
Finally hearing you,
Yeah,
Maxine.
Finally.
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome. You have to give a lesson in terms of how to get on because you work it through.
Oh my God.
Oh,
You're talking about, listen, Lance, that a blind a lead blind.
That no, me not
Anyway,
a company
so you
now.
were speaking. Continue.
No, we need you to tell about your favorite Christmas at Jamaica.
No, somebody was speaking. Let them finish.
It was Danny Green.
oh no, Danny wrap up with the bill of kite in niece and nephews.
Oh, Mr. Danny.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I heard you saying you lived at 5-6 Annandale or 6-6.
56.
You lived at 56?
Yes.
Ah.
Up the road from you guys.
That's even here, that Loy, Mattis. That's even here.
No, that was, hold on, that was where Loy lived. So
Oh,
I want
yeah?
to know, when did he leave?
1978.
And you lived at 56?
Yep. No.
No,
All
that
right.
was
All
the
right.
number.
All right. Hold
The
on.
Mattis.
Hold on. You remember Valerie Thomas?
Yes, Valerie was your neighbor.
Yes.
Yeah, Valerie was your neighbor. It's 56. That's
There you
weird.
go. I live. So it probably. Who's that you talk about now?
Mattis, the Mattis.
Lloyd
That must be after we leave, because Valerie Thomas was my next door neighbor, and on the other side of Valerie, you had oh geez, three sisters. Her mother was a nurse.
Yes.
So
But
with
they
the
were
Julie
56.
with the Julie mango tree right in front of the house. That was my
Danny.
house. That was
It's not
yes,
56.
yes, ma'am.
It's not.
Who is not 56, Jackie?
He didn't live at 56.
No, he lived at 60.
60?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But so
he lived beside
So
Girl.
Danny, who was them tell you where you did live?
No,
Yeah,
that's far
Danny,
up Wilson. That's far
Danny.
Yes,
up.
ma'am.
Oh,
Loy and I went to school from 1967.
Okay.
And they lived there until, because we went through Woolmer's the 73. And then Loy worked at Bank of Jamaica, I think, for about a year. And she came back and got married 1975. So
Yeah.
you lived at 60.
Who was in Lloyd's backyard?
I don't know, but he's right when he said that on the other side of Valley were the three sisters,
Which is
Lloyd,
Lloyd.
Grace, and Cheryl, and their mom was a nurse.
Right.
Yeah.
They went to Woolman's.
yeah, but Danny, oh, you can.
Woolman, yes, Loy went to Woolman.
No. So if you're going up Annandale, you hit the three young ladies. I think
Then Valerie,
one of them was Grace, then
Grace,
Valerie,
Loy,
and Cheryl.
Cheryl, and then my house right after Valerie.
Right. So you were 60.
But
All right,
Danny,
then.
how could you not know which number you did live at? That,
Listen, maybe he had eyes on 56. I don't know.
it must
well,
be like, I mean, serious eyes. Like it was locked and loaded.
I think them three girls were out of my league.
Above your peer grade.
Out of my league.
Anyway, I've been on and listening, and I heard about what you were saying about the computers, the old computers.
Right.
And I mean, that would be great, because we know most of the people in Jamaica, them cannot afford it.
No,
them cannot afford it. And remember, the world is changing. If a kid don't know how to use a computer now, they will be lost.
They're going to be left behind. That's the bottom line. They're going to be left behind.
Lost. See me, they are challenged for come on. Eh?
Yeah.
But anyway.
I wish I was still at Bristol Myers Squibb, because up until the time I left, I mean, we would give away 50 to 100 computers every year. Every year.
I believe you.
And I know those would be a big asset to not just Pembroke schools, but any other schools that if we have excess we could give to, and maybe the unfortunate part, I still have contacts at Bristol and at Pfizer, but what I would need there is a champion who would lead it there, because they'll just, okay, well, you can have them, but then you have to clean them up. You have to take off all the old data, all proprietary data, and get it down to a baseline. And that's the thing that I used to do. I mean, I used to load up on a weekend. I have 20, 30 computers in my car and just clean them up and just get stuff off. But
The memory.
I can't imagine anybody's there still doing it now because people just have different priorities and them just
I
busy,
know. I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah. Winnie had spoken about her
Christmas.
her
Christmas.
most memorable Christmas, but I didn't
Yes,
hear. I kind of heard, but I was trying to get on where she said getting the house prepared, ready, but that was it. I never hear anything else.
And the baking and stuff. It's baking and
I think that, I don't know if Winston will agree with me, but I just don't have one memorable. It's a lot. It's a lot. But they were kind of different. I remember when we just moved to Annandale. That was 1968. Just running to C shop to go buy up the whole heap of cupcake and soda and what have you. We run boat and stuff. And definitely getting the house prepared because my mother, she was a delegator. Everybody had them duties. Who must bake this? Everything had to be in tip-top shape. But one of the memories, Winnie, was the Blackwoods party.
Now, what's so special about that, Maxine?
The party, it was Christmas into New Year's Eve. They always had a party New Year's Eve, right?
Tell them where the Blackwoods house was located.
We tell them, but most people don't know them.
They don't remember that?
No.
The corner of Kane Curran and Colbeck, but it was number 1 Colbeck. A lot of people think it was number 2 Kane Curran.
Oh, in front of Ponderosa Club?
It's the same house where they have the school now, the basic school.
And it had a low wall. It had a low fence, and all of the boys them used to congregate all
just
day.
line the fence.
Yep.
Right across from C
Oh, number 1 Colbeck that.
Yes. Them used to have a party every year, me I tell you, every New Year's Eve. Yes.
Because the older brother, Jeb, he had the disco that was called Odd Sound.
Yes. That party, man. But I don't know, the vibes in Pembrokeshire was so different. Oh gosh. Very nostalgic. And of course, the whitewashing and everybody prepare and the host them clean and what have you. But Christmas while we were living in Pembroke too, I will never forget, even though I'm going to branch off a little, we worked at JPS. So we always had a party in the auditorium every Christmas.
Yeah, Winston mentioned.
Yes, the auditorium party, forget it. And after the auditorium party, we gone straight to Spooky up the hills. So it was a non-stop for us. Party. Just parties. And of course,
I was going to ask if you venture out, because, and once you mentioned Spooky, because that's what we used to do too. We used to venture out of Pembroke too.
Yes.
And you leave one party, you've gone up in a cherry garden.
Gone to another one.
Eelsham, you're gone.
Oh, crushing parties, my friend.
Yeah,
that was a big part of Christmas.
No party of a bird sucker on them place.
Jelly.
And listen, my mom would certainly come back from the grave if we never mentioned church.
Oh, yes.
We had to go to church. Had to be there.
So you come home from party and go straight to church?
From the party 4 o'clock, you're in church at 7.
Yeah. Jackie, tell Lance Ma used to do when we come from party. And we had to go to church for 7 o'clock. She
You
used to
tell them.
just come in the room and she just tear the curtain open and say, "Uno, get up."
Yeah, that was a must. Have
Yep.
to go to church. You could have parties at all you want, but church you have to go.
Yeah, we had to go to church.
Mhm.
We had to go to church.
Where you guys went to church? The Baptist church?
No,
No.
St. Mary's. St. Mary's
St. Mary's
Anglican.
Anglican.
Or it's a
Fire
Mullins.
garden.
Mullins.
Well,
Turn
look,
the garden,
when you
yeah.
look, it's another 5 o'clock church like when you used to go to St. George's.
Yeah, man. Catholic 5 o'clock.
Hey.
Catholic.
No, it was Anglican to Trump.
Mass.
St. George's
Mass.
Anglican church.
The
I'll-
mass.
I'll tell you guys the funniest one. I remember me, Tompa, Luke.
Friday service.
Hold on, Andre. Make Danny and then you go, Andre. Go ahead, Danny.
Me remember coming from a party, me, Tompa, Luke, G, early in the morning. You know, I remember about 3 o'clock, I'm gonna go over Tompa house, I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna get up about 6:30, I'm gonna get up, so I'm gonna rush home now for crawling up bed. And my mother walk out of her room and she said, "Why you go up so early?" I'm gonna say, "Oh, my, get ready for go church." So what me have to do that morning? I have to go church. I think I sleep on my sister's shoulder the entire time over Boulevard Baptist Church.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Church
Just-
of the month.
We're going down.
just
We're
have,
going
just
on
have
the
to
road
think
here.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andre, you were about to say something. Go ahead.
That St. George's church was known for length of service. You know, as a young child, it seemed like you were in there half of the day.
You mean when you go to church?
Anyway, you notice I went to get one of the items that were previously discussing for display.
What are the
You're
kite?
not seeing it? Yeah.
Yeah, break up, Andre. Say it again.
Yeah, man. I went to get a PhD for display.
Oh, what we not
Oh,
see?
you're not.
You come off camera.
Right.
We don't love see it. You can't make us see it.
Then I thought I am looking at it, so I don't know why.
We not see
you.
you.
You're
No,
not up
you're
on
off
camera.
camera.
Yeah,
No,
bring it
you're
up
off
here now.
camera.
Yeah, come up here now. Yeah, come up.
You and Jackie off camera.
It's still up. But I don't know, my camera showing. So I was wondering how come nobody never comment.
No, we never see it. Are you? We see you.
Well, that means it might be the police them come check you again then.
The feds come
Might
check
be
him.
the
Yes.
Babylon them.
Cause them
Might
never,
be them a short circuit your feed, you don't know.
them never say a drone like your BG Andre. Is that right?
Oh, I see kite there.
Them things say that Chinese drone.
Yeah.
Yes, it.
Wait there.
We not see it.
I see
Yeah,
it.
you know, see jelly.
I must have
Me
been
not see it neither.
How come you
Well,
guys
me
not
see it.
seeing it? I'm seeing it.
There's blue, yellow,
man, me see
pink,
it- me see
yellow,
it right there,
blue,
so.
yellow, white.
Maybe I'm me and your tongue,
Yeah,
but maybe
I see
through
it
the
too.
I
computer.
see him. I see
Yeah,
him.
everybody's up
Me
on
see
phone.
him, but me don't see nothing.
I see
They're right
it.
next to him, man. Dumper.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
see
I'm
the
frozen.
if
But
you
we
see
are
the
seeing
fan,
it.
you see the fan next to it.
Oh, well, that are the feed. That are the feed.
But now I see my
Yeah,
thumper.
it must be the feed then.
So Andre, are you met that
At
BG
the
there?
feed, man. At the feed.
Yes,
We ain't a
man.
ball down there.
No, really.
No, it's been sunny
That
and
pier,
nice.
we ain't
So
a
wait,
ball up here, so fam.
Hold on, Andre, where you find the bamboo?
Bring up from Jamaica.
They never hear Danny tell you when bring up green bamboo.
So the liar, no right, didn't I read them?
Oh, see there now, Andre. Put up at the kite now. I can see the kite.
No. When I put up the Permacal Lifting Lives background, it doesn't show the kite.
Right.
That's
Have you,
that's
right.
why I
That's
checked.
that's
Yeah,
a real life.
I got you.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
where I
see
see
there?
it? Where I see it, I know.
Where
Where
I
I
see
see
it,
it, I
yeah,
know.
man.
Yeah.
Yes.
We used to call that pretty kite. Pretty kite.
No, but this is actually a BG with with the grease paper and then the pretty paper
No.
over it.
Yeah.
And you have a little flap up on the side though, man. That nice. The red this up.
You know, the poor man, them have
Oh,
to use the book.
that's a patch, man.
Oh, it's a patch.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Come on, Danny got big man, bigger than
this
that.
is a seam. No, this is the smallest one here. Because the other one them did wet up and had to rip off because them dropping in the canal.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I go and paste it back with the Jamaica flag now.
You know, so down in a St. Anne's down by Priory, them have kite every year down there. They have a kite event.
Competition like?
Really? In St. Anne, what?
Yeah, right down by Priory spot. Which spot them keep thing there? Rebel Salute.
Oh, by Grizzlies Entertainment.
By Grizzly, right in that area. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that most nice, man.
Yeah.
What time of year is that?
Don't remember what time of year.
Yeah, but when it's windy and cool.
Well, Easter was a big kite flying period.
Mm-hmm.
I get beaten on Good Friday for fly kite.
Anyway, Jenga people. Yeah, go ahead. Win some.
Oh, another thing about Christmas memories is that is going shopping on Christmas Eve. Remember?
That's what
party, we used to go uptown go shop.
Yes.
Before we go spooky party. That was a biggie. That was a biggie. Because the stores used to open till midnight.
Right.
Yeah, man.
It used to open till
After a while, the store them not open.
And that is what I find strange with this place. Here, 6 o'clock everywhere shut down. 6 o'clock, that's it.
The first year me come America, right? Me say, all right, after me leave work, me go shop. Everywhere.
You was in Peru that week, Nina.
Me say, what?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I think it's only Alexander upon Fordham Road. They do.
You remember them places with some?
Yes, Alexander and Fordham Road.
Fordham Road and the Grand Concourse. Fordham and the Grand Concourse.
They say everywhere locked down.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's what that shocked to me to win some. Christmas Eve, I look some food for buy, you can't find nothing at all. Everywhere locked down.
Yes, everywhere.
Yeah. That's foreign different, man.
Listen, that's why them tell us no Christmas like Christmas a yard.
No, nothing like
Never. It can't, not the same.
You know, everybody have for them likes. It's like what Jerry did I say earlier about, our Christmas compared to the youth them. But if you really look and analyze, even how them spend summer up here, it can't compare to our time. And worse, the youth them nowadays, them don't do in the outdoor thing.
But at that Christmas talk about Phil, the connection that there's no connection.
Right. It's almost like a robotic life them youth live.
Yeah. Because even though they're upon a conversation, a connection don't make with each other. We can't touch each other. But we make the connection same way. You see me I said to you,
listen what Sally say now. Sally said the man them gone home, gone fresh, for come back, come ends out.
Yeah.
And at that's where we look for. You say, well, not just Christmas, but period. Man and man, the pan corners, I would have vibes. And from that, you end up at one party or something. But them youth, because I can't tell you, I tell you all the while, it's like my niece and never them keep party, and by 8, 9 o'clock, them party done. And them now gonna come back on away, Them party done, and that's them gone home.
Can't play video. Jenko people, anyway, I thank Sally Miller, Keith Reed, and Ann Elliott, I think a Precoce sister, in the audience, and comment.
Yeah.
I said the Blackwood used to live at Kane Current and Calbeck Avenue corner.
Lance.
Yes, Jackie.
Yeah, Lance, did Sally go off? Because he said he would try and bring on some of the people.
Yeah, I'm saying when Killer them come back, when Killer them come back,
him drop off. Him can't come on back. Him drop off.
You mean when Killer come back from Caymanas?
Yeah, I'm talking about that. Yeah.
Tonight.
Yes.
We're not going to wait for that.
I don't know that yet.
We're going to close this down at 6:30 because I have a Christmas. I may have things to do, and Jackie might say we may run go, but yeah. I should say earlier in the day. But I could go around the table and talk about, and just recap, as I say, we comment about what we have done so far as a group to the Pembroke community. The light are one of the biggest things, and the light are going to turn on tomorrow night here.
Oh, good.
That's a good thing we put up over the school. That's an excellent thing
Yeah.
our group have done, and we need to talk about it a whole heap for know say. We not just run off them out with other things. And we look forward for the Pembroke community to start contribute more. That we can do more things, because we have more things we want in the Pembroke community, because this is what it's all about. Just like Phil said, we build a vibe, we talk to one another, and we can give back to the community by sharing and just contributing to our group. And we talk about that earlier.
And try re-energize the unity.
Yeah,
back in
yeah.
the Pembroke.
Yeah. Definitely, Phil. Definitely. But I want to thank Sally Miller.
That are the biggest problem now. If we don't get them unified, then we're not gonna have them support.
Yeah, man. And hopefully, as we go along, my technical ability, not even technical ability, but technical connections will get better and better. And Tompa and Andrew will laugh after me, so it's all right. Another big thing. And Jackie will laugh behind the scenes to see me.
And Phil will help you.
It's a forever learning process.
No, because guess what? When I start them thing, I wouldn't like no say I'm so technically challenged that me do over 150 podcasts, you know. And this can only get better and better. I'm a thank. I may just forget Andre and Tom Pyler remind me, but I thank Cameron, because without him, them conversation can't happen at all. The technical man beside me, him come on and him set it up for me and we just talk. Because that's all me want to do. Talk
we have to get Cameron to tell you if we're going in the middle of the screen so we can see you and not just the top of your camera.
All right. That of course set up. I want the camera set up. Maybe I hide more hide. I don't want nobody to see me.
Andre, if you can repeat, because we couldn't hear you as well earlier. Cameron's connection to Pembroke.
Yeah, Cameron is related to the Toller family. And that consists of Lawrence, Paul, Kenneth, Roxanne, Peter, right? From Anglesey Avenue. And so Cameron has been a boon to this effort, because as challenged as Lance is, and maybe we want to enroll him in Martin Brown's cognitive
program, screening program.
We'll use him as a guinea pig.
As a test case, yeah.
But Cameron has been instrumental in keeping us on the air, in getting us on the air, and keeping us on the air.
Right, keeping the communication alive.
Yes, and we can't thank him enough. Big up yourself, Cam.
Definitely not, Andre. I could not do this without Cameron. But when I go around the table, but thank everybody who there earlier. When the audience, Sally Miller was here earlier, but when I go around, all who's here now, and we start to do Danny Green. You first go in the closing remark about what we have done and about the Christmas season, and then we go to Winsome and then Maxen, and then we go to the Lifting Live team. Go ahead, Danny Green.
Brethren, you all know, what this do to me, when we can reach out and reconnect with people who live down the street from me, live on the other street from me, live down at the bottom of Pembroke, who go Calabar with me and live at Pembroke. And it just makes me smile. That we can. So this is fun, and it's good for people that, Sally Miller, for example. Right. I mean, that's Sally Miller since 1978, and it's good for to get the opportunity to see people like that. And although I never know Jackie's sisters, we got a chance this past April, and I'm not going to hang out with the Pembroke guys. I'm walking and I say, Jackie. And she looked at me and she said, you know me?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, yeah, man. And we sit down, and I think we sit down for about 2 hours just to talk.
Yeah.
And I catch up with things. And then things that add years to my life.
Yeah,
then we can
true.
then we can reconnect. You know, my wife come from June 2nd of next year, we're gonna be married for 40 years. And my wife knows that Tompa a family. One of friends, you know, beyond friends long time ago. We're friends when we're kids, now we're family. Because when anything come up and Tompa said, Danny, I was Barbara sit down and listen, she said, yeah man, go on. Go hang out with Tompa. You know, and I just let the community come in and say, yeah man, these are people women know. Since my eye and my knee. Well, maybe a little bit above my knee, but you know, and it's good for jumping and listen and contribute and just make it want to more for the community where there's so much for me growing up. You know, that's can't get no better than that.
Yeah.
And I will contribute as much as I can towards any of the stuff that we're trying to accomplish for the kids and the next generation of kids that will come up. Thank you all.
Thank you, Danny.
Yeah,
and,
man, you're welcome, Danny.
Yeah.
and thanks to the
You're welcome.
participation this evening. And we only get better and better as we go along. You see me, I said to you. So, Maxine, you go ahead and give a closing remark. And anybody we want to wish Christmas to you, tell them right away, and then we hear it.
Anybody where want to wish Christmas?
Yeah.
Happy Christmas.
As Danny said, the reconnection. That is a major, major thing, because even some of the podcasts that I listen to, some of the people that you really don't know, but you probably remember that was one that was so. Really, really enjoy it. Really enjoy listening to the podcast, the meetings, everything. Pembroke Hall changed my life. Pembroke Hall, I think, changed Winnie's life, Jackie's life, Kilo life. And for me, I'm going to speak for me now. It has made me a better person. Just growing up there, what we experienced, that is my bona fide place, Pembroke Hall. I want to wish everybody a happy, healthy, merry, joyous Christmas. And to Lance and Phil and Tompa and Andre and Cameron, Jackie and Chris. Listen to me. Awesome job. Awesome job. I think next year we will do better. We will do better because, as Lance said, it's like growing pains. We go and learn, we change, we adapt, we try something new, so on. But I think next year it's gonna be greater. We're gonna lift more lives next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
Love that, Maxine. Love that sentiment.
Yeah.
Love that sentiment.
Well said.
Winsome, give me a closing remark.
Okay.
And send out your Christmas greetings to anybody we want to do that.
Okay, this has been an awesome journey. I remember the podcast I listened to. I said, no, everybody in the world should tune in. You know, it was so fulfilling just to hear the stories and, you know, to reconnect how, you know, a lot of people I didn't know or know, you know, their stories. So it was a great eye-opener. And I definitely know that it will get bigger and bigger. And we will definitely reconnect more in the future. The Pembroke Hall reunion that we had in Florida in July was great. So definitely we want to do the same next year. So, you know,
Winnie, tell them we have planned it already.
Right. So I just want to wish everybody a wonderful holiday season, all the best for the new year, and let's lift more lives higher and higher.
Yeah, thank you.
Love that.
Okay.
Thank you, Winsome.
Yeah,
And
man.
Tompa, any closing remark before I close out?
Well, First, Danny Green, I want to thank you and thank you for your contribution. And, you know, all those I've mentioned earlier who contributed to what we're trying to do here, the group, Permaculture Alumni Lifting Lives. I just want to say a few things about Danny and I. Danny actually became closer to my old man than I for a number of years, you know. And Danny did not know my father in Jamaica. My father had left Jamaica already, but once we all got together in New York, Connecticut area, you know, Lukey, who Andre know, and Chris know very well, used to live at Danny's house. Danny's grandmom, and you know, they had basically adopted Lukey, you know, and Lukey is my brother, who was 1 year older than me, you know, so he lived with Danny and stuff. So there was always, even after we left Jamaica, that connection was always still there, you know. And just like Birdie was instrumental into a lot of us, you know. Birdie ended up bringing a lot of people to work with him. Lukey was one of them that worked with the courier service with Birdie, you know, and so on, Archer Couriers and stuff.
Oh, I remember those days.
Yeah, man. So there's this connection from long time that we always had, whether it's Permaculture and then the Calabar Massive. So me, you know, as a George's man, George is not do well in a track and field, so you want to see some girls, so you hang out at the Calabar Posse, right? Because the girl them hang out there. So we always had that whole Permaculture, you know, Calabar connection and stuff. So, you know, when Phil and Lance started the podcast, I always tell them, you know, they didn't really know what they started, but I thank them a lot for what they've done, you know. Out of that became the alumni, you know, PR. And, you know, I'm looking to see big things from PR next year. Andre and I are very involved in the high school. So Andre is involved with Excelsior. I was involved with Georges. I was the president of the Georges Old Boys Association here in Florida for 3 years, you know. And some of the things that we've learned from that, we want to move towards Permaculture and see Permaculture, you know, grow this organization, grow and do a lot more, you know, than what we're, you know, we're thinking. We're growing in steps, but we'd like to extend it, you know, get to corporate level, get to reaching out to corporations and stuff, and, you know, harness where we can raise money to do more for the community. One of the things that I noticed, and Jackie can help us with this, is I think the demographic of Permaculture changed a lot in terms of kids. I don't think there's as many kids like when we grew up. I think families there maybe have 2 kids, maybe 3, you know. My family, they have 7, you know, and yeah, it seemed like it was 5 and more in our time. So you always have kids to play with, right? Yeah. So, you know, we'll continue the efforts, and, you know, Lance, Phil, thank you guys so much. Andre, boy, you've been a pleasure. You know, I tell you, you know, when I said, let's Andre be the president of the organization, I knew I was onto something. Just met Andre, you know, even though me and him walk and him know my brother, them good, me and him walk the same path, very, you know, never really connected until this, right? Yeah. But I think we've identified the right person to spearhead us and lead us to the next level where we're going. You know, so Andre, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I know one of the reasons why you haven't been there. I know what you're going on. Building a house is not an easy thing, and it eats up a lot of your time. So I know what, once that's done, we're going to have you more and so on. So we're looking forward to 2024, and the best of the holiday season to everybody. Merry Christmas. Boy, I head to Southeast Asia for a month, leaving Christmas Day. What? Yes, I'm gone, and the wife run a runway for a month, you know. So,
enjoy it.
Yes.
Yeah, have a great time.
Looking forward to it.
I don't say Jackie on stage.
Yeah, where's Jackie?
She looked like she disappeared. Look like she said shag up on the road.
I think she said she was going on the road.
Oh
Yeah,
I remember. You're right, Max. She was saying that she was gonna go on the road.
All right, so Andre, give me a closing remark before, and then Phil, and then we close it down. Go ahead, Andre.
Well, greetings and thank you for the ladies, the Watkins sisters for their efforts in furthering the cause. I have to say that that initial set of events in July in South Florida was the event at Winsom's home was the icing on the cake for me. That brunch was off the chain, right? What a way to end a fantastic weekend. And
Andre,
I know that, yes.
you don't see nothing yet.
You think should have done?
Warning.
Well, I received that warning with fond anticipation because if it gets better than that, then boy, we bring it on. Bring it on. So, but you know, listen, I also want to extend thanks not only to you ladies and to Danny Green. I had the pleasure of linking with Danny in July in South Florida as well. And we are from the same era in Pembroke in terms of high school and football and all these things. Give thanks to Lance and Phil for the initial efforts with starting the memories. And from that first podcast, listening to Roots, I was compelled to reach out to Lance and share some thoughts. And he immediately invited me to a podcast. Mine was number 3, right after Prince Reynolds. And shortly thereafter, Tompa was in the mix, Jackie and Chris, and the rest, as you may say, is history. We kind of, we have a dynamic that works. We don't agree on everything, and that spurs discussion and conversation, and it brings about results. So I think our dynamic works well for what we are looking to do. And, I think 2023 speaks volumes in that we set out we set some attainable goals and we set out to achieve them, and we did. And like the ladies said, Winsome and Maxine, 2024 will just be better because we would have learned through the process. And some of the things we are going to repeat, like the scholarships, the football tournament in Jamaica, the event in Florida. Those things will only get better because of the experience we had this year. So I want to say compliments of the season to all, and ask Winsome to say hello to Mike, and Maxine to say hello to Neville.
Will do.
and Rudy, say hello to Sharon, my sister. Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Phil and lads, bless upon yourself. And
Yeah, man.
thank you for your trust in me to be a part of the team. Love it.
No regrets, yours.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Andre. Thanks for those kind words, brother. And go ahead, Phil. I know you never there at the beginning, but give me a closing remark before we close it out. Yeah.
Well, I would like to first thank all of the guests for once again making this another memorable live feed. Also, I want to thank Cameron because without him, none of this would be possible. And also, I want to thank my teammates them because, as we say, and even Tompa mentioned it, when me and Lance start the thing, we never really foresee this thing getting to this level. But guess what? We welcome the challenge, and so far it's been good. And right now, all I can do is look towards 2024 to be even bigger and better. Because at the end of the day, the community will benefit greatly from it. And that's always been our #1 goal, to uplift the community in every way, shape, and form. And last but not least, I want to wish each and every one a blessed, safe, and enjoyable Christmas and a prosperous and healthy 2024.
Here, here.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Blessings,
Thank
blessings,
you.
brother.
Thank you,
Same
Phil.
to you.
Thank you, Phil.
Yeah, man.
And before I give my closing remark, Cameron, appreciate the big up. And Cameron, I like family. As Andre say, our family, as me I say.
Yeah, man.
Because him have family in a
Yeah,
Pembroke.
family.
Family,
Yard
right.
man style.
Same way I feel, right?
Family.
And Cameron aren't a command on the podcast to come share our memories. So we're looking forward to that. But I want to thank the whole and as Phil right to say, when me and Phil saw them conversation, all me the one to shut off my mouth. Me just talk about Pembroke memories. That's all me want to do. As I say with me and the technical stuff, when that come to me, I like, of course, more because like, I forget some music or church, right? But I go through it. I struggle through it. I me get somebody like Cameron who trust me. Without him, I can't stop big him up without him. Then that is impossible at all. Because all me want when it's 4 o'clock, me just come talk and have a good conversation. If me had anything else, me distracted. Right? Some of them rip me all the while, but them not understand. And I will set that. We'll set the conversation and keep the conversation going, compelling and entertaining. That's my strength. That's that I want to do, right? But I know some have to do a little of the technical thing. I learned that. And I get better and better, right, with Cameron. But I want to thank everybody. Sally Miller who tuned in earlier, Keith Reed, upon the birth certificate, and Hilton, Preco sister, the 2 people who come in. And we never have as much guests as the last one because maybe at Christmas and people get distracted. So
I'm busy.
But the next one, and then maybe sometimes the technical problems the people can't log in. And I want to appreciate Maxine and Winsome for them determination to log in and come share their memory. I love that. You see me, I say, on the show, say, if you want to do something, you're going to find a way to do it. And them determination them want.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything once you determine for the certain things. So I appreciate that.
And
Danny
then they
Green.
want to get branded like you.
No.
Oh, Lordy.
Danny Green, and don't forget to hear, my brother. I want to thank you for coming in and come join the conversation. It was a pleasure meeting in South Florida. And Maxine and Winsome, I missed that South Florida thing where Andrea talked about that to leave early. Jackie had invited me.
Yeah.
But I never planned it that way. But next time, definitely.
Next time.
I definitely missed something. And for my team members, them, Lifting Life team, as I call it, you know, we're there for Lift Life. Chris, who not here.
Hello?
Yeah, Jackie.
Hello?
Oh, you're here.
Did she
Okay,
come
you're
back?
back.
Oh, she
back.
just come back.
No, she on the road. She on the road. I hear her from
I to tell you what just happened, but
What?
I am here. No,
Yeah.
no, nothing.
Behind the paid one?
Oh.
No. My phone just went dead.
Okay,
I'm
all right.
actually on the road. I'm on the road.
All right, give us
Okay.
a closing remark and then we'll close it out. I was in the middle of mine, but you give us your closing remark, Jackie.
Well, after all of this. Well, just to say, it has been indeed a pleasure to work with the all Lifting Life team of guys. And for the past basically a year, a little less than a year. And looking forward to another year, better year. What is that? Okay. Lifting Lives.
And anybody
And
want to
just
send
copy the-
Christmas to Jackie? And Merry Christmas wishes to anybody?
Merry Christmas to all. Big up to all the Jamaican people them, all the Pembroke people them, near and far, where they're foreign, gone to my good friend Lance. Near and far.
Yeah, Jackie. All their family who they are foreign and yes.
And all the family all over the world.
So, what? Hey, Jackie,
And
what
everybody
if
want connection with Pembroke, with PL. Just
Jackie.
bigging up everybody. Mm.
Jackie, what a
Yeah.
program them about Jamaica? I think Grace or somebody do it.
Yeah, man.
Western Union.
Greetings
Greetings
from
from-
around the world.
Yeah.
Greetings from around the world. Big up to all you, yeah, man. Big up to brother this and wherever. Yes.
You have to speak
I
with some
hear a man
Cockney.
just this week, just this morning, him say, boy, him never enjoy the curry goat him get the last time. So make sure the curry goat tastes better this time when him come.
Hey, we don't need to spend a Christmas at Jamaica, but we're not doing it this year. Every Christmas, we go to Jamaica.
Oh.
And part of the thing is what we're doing here. You go to Jamaica and you see them talk that way there. Them talk about the year, them talk about how they do, or what them prepare and them way there. And you just bounce around from house to house, same way, right? And you just go sit down, play some domino, drink some sorrel and eat some cake and things. So it's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you, Jackie. Thank you. I thought we had missed your closing remark. But thank you. But anyway, people, all I know, I don't miss out. Andre, Tompa, Phil, Jackie, Chris who not here. Danny Green, I want to thank you for
But
joining
the
us.
jacket look like you're goat, man. You dress up, so it's one.
I am on the road. I tell you, say I'm on the road.
Me not say you're not on the road, but me say you dress up. So I mean, say, and it's not like you're going
It's
to
not
the
a
shop.
casual wear that Andre, no.
No, that not look like casual.
Andre, fine, you know.
Where you going? Where are you going?
I'm at the Pegasus.
Excuse me,
It's
what you
cr-
doing?
Oh,
at
yeah,
Pegasus?
but jazz.
It's
Yeah, the
Christmas.
jazz, Jackie.
It's Christmas, Jackie. You have to find a party for go. Let them know. Let them know.
We're going to talk at the town.
Jazz in the garden. Jazz in the garden.
Anyway, I don't know. We can close out the program. As I always close out the program, yeah. God bless the whole away from Pembroke and God bless that great community of Pembroke where we can have them conversation, yeah. Same way after 40, 50 years, like on a nothing. So peace out, have a good night, and looking Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And we talk in the new year before. We talk to a team teacher, but we talk to the Pembroke community next year when we do a first live show for 2024. No hear about it. Have a good night, my brother. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. Peace out.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Andre.
Thank you all.
Andre.
Yeah.
Love to
Yes,
is what? Sherelle?
Sure.